Good afternoon and welcome to Wednesday afternoon Starfield. Right, let's get into the action. Jameson, the lodge. Let's load in. And there's Sam looking a little bit surprised on the front of what looks like a late 20th century annual or something. Right. So
Sarah's the best possible person to be running Constellation at a time like this. Focused, no nonsense, and dedicated.
Thank you. That's good to know. Right. Just remind myself of what weapons we have. Right. So we're not carrying any. We're not carrying any melee weapons, and the current weapon isn't in our quick access. Right, okay, that quick access can be brought up by using the Q key for anybody who's wanting to look at that. Right, so we're going to put that in the quick access. Not sure how long we'll keep the maelstrom, but for the moment we'll hang on to that. Right, okay, so we aren't carrying anything. Skill points, we have one skill point available. We could upgrade our security from 1 till 2. Our piloting we can't upgrade. Our pistol, we're on rank 2 and we're halfway through, well not quite halfway through the challenge to rank up. We can rank up our general ballistics damage. Our persuasion we could rank up to rank 3 so we can fast talk them. We could rank our commerce up from 1 till 2. And the stealth we have just ranked up. No, we haven't. We haven't added anything to. Nor we haven't managed any stealthy attacks at all yet, which is interesting. How far off are we of? Oh, we're almost ranked up to 9 anyway. So what we can do is I'm going to put it into fast talking. Right. Fast talking. Now, activity-wise, light in the darkness. So, looking for information about. Okay, that's worth looking at. Beer Run. That was over in Aquila City. That was Aquila City. Into the Unknown is one of the main missions. Mantis. We'll do the Mantis sooner rather than later. Trackers Alliance. Talk with Sam. You know what, I'm actually intrigued by this. Talk to the scientist by the tree. So that's where I think we'll go first. No, I'll go into light in the darkness. So we'll go here. We'll go to talk to the news corporation. Right, oh it's dark. Of course, the time difference here for it's something like a 48-hour day.
I think I got them. What do you call them?
Right, so the News Corporation is over in the commercial district, as you might expect. Might pick up whatever that shop is that's... Oh right, we've got several coming up now.
Apply today, the nearest kiosk.
Is it Gelblank? No, not Gelblank.
I don't know why they set up shop here. They'd be better off in
Outland.
beyond, but Outland's used to people like us.
So the hardware is... Wow, you look completely different.
Enhance.
It's me.
That's where you can change your looks.
Don't be nervous. You got this.
Right.
Easy for you to say.
What's in?
Class.
Infinity is huge, like stagger.
General offices. Alright, okay, so whatever it is, it's...
Extremely huge. We need people like you. Even with your brains.
Yeah, I'm sure. Although no one was injured except the tracker started.
As you can see, traffic is good. The sales keep
Thanks for choosing
coming.
Terror. What can I get you?
Terrible.
Can I help you with something?
Valberg. Not sure who Valberg is. So we've got something in here. Whetstone. Appear to be a restaurant of some sort. Valberg. Argos Extractors. Okay, so that's their office.
Hey there.
Kill for a cup of coffee right about now.
You can't go away. You just can't.
But David's my friend. He writes me.
I hate to break it to you, but his PA is the one who signs all those cards and headshots. Mr. Barron's a very busy and important man.
But I came all this way.
Listen, I might be able to hook you up with some merch. Maybe get you a ticket to a speaking gig he's got.
If
That's
you've
all I
seen
can do.
something interesting, let me know.
You are the
If it pans out into a full story, you'll be compensated. Welcome to SSNN, where the news never sleeps. If you're part of the David Barron fan club, try not to inflate his ego too much. He's liable to burst.
Who are you?
A cog in the machine. If you mean literally, Nadia Mufaz. Head researcher of the office. So if we got any facts wrong, I'm the one who files your complaint into the shredder.
She really is motivated, isn't she? Nice to meet you too.
Sorry. Long day. Longer night. How about a do-over? Let's take a look at you. You're not from around here. My guess is you work, really work, for a living.
I think the
I
flight
bet
suit
you have a story or
might
two.
give her a clue on
I
that.
have a feeling about such things.
Right. Actually, your intern asked me to do an interview with you.
Tommy? Tommy did something useful? So you must be the captain of the... Frontier? Rumor is there was a firefight at a mining installation. I'm interested only in primary sources. So things you've seen and or done that are newsworthy. No hearsay. So, what do you got for me?
Right. Crimson Fleet attacked an Argos mining facility on Bethseda.
Looks like some Crimson Fleet brainiac figured out it's easier to hit stationary targets than dogfighting in the field. And you are an eyewitness with the courtesy to find us instead of being chased down. Refreshing. So what were the pirates doing there? It's not their usual MO.
We were mining beryllium, iron, and some rare minerals. Easy credits for them.
Rare minerals, you say? That would be worth the price of admission. So what's your role in all this? Part of a tour group?
I worked for Argos, now I'm with Constellation.
Wow, an actual member of Constellation graces my office. Do we bow? Maybe smoke a pipe? So we've covered the basics. How about any harrowing tales of daring do? How'd a bunch of miners triumph?
Right, the mining crew banded together and fought them off with mining lasers.
Huh. Sounds like a good outfit. The heroic miner is a good angle. This is a good local story. Plucky miners band together and punch above their weight. If you ever get more stories like this, drop by. And take this to cover any incidentals, or other creative ways to pad out an expense report.
Right. Find new stories for SSM. Well, we've keep one in the bank for the bank job.
David Barron is the most famous journalist in the settled systems.
Right. So we can do that at some point, but let's actually go and talk to the scientist. Just need to. Right. Oh. Talk to the scientist by the tree. The security guards were talking about the fact he seems to be very upset. Of course, I'd never earwig on security. But how else is a girl supposed to pick up her rumours?
Problem? Hi.
That boy just called out to me.
Submit your application. Nearest keepers.
Okay. Kelton
I'm
Fresh.
sorry, I really can't afford to be distracted. I need to get to the bottom of this.
You seem to be staring at a tree.
I am not staring. I am analyzing. This is important xenobiological work. I work for the scientific division of MAST. I've been studying this tree for quite some time, and it appears to be exhibiting some worrying signs. Are you familiar with this particular specimen? Do you understand its importance? Look, I have a lot of work to do here. If you're just going to gawk, I'd ask that you move on. If you can actually assist me, however, I would appreciate it. I don't normally solicit help from random passersby, but it seems an exception is necessary. Would you be willing to retrieve some additional data for me?
I might be interested if there's something in it for me.
A mercenary, huh? Well, I'm sure we can work something out. So, are you on board?
I'd love to help.
Well, that's... Thank you. That's unexpected. There's a series of biosensors I've placed in various locations around New Atlantis, all calibrated to gather pertinent information. They've been running for long enough that I think it's time to collect and analyze their findings. If you would bring them to me, that would save time.
Right, okay, so... data loggers. Let's go find the data loggers. A tree grows in New Atlantis. "40 steps. Ah, so it's somewhere in this tree area, perhaps? Ah, there we have it. There's stuff over this way. Let's actually see if we can see where they are on the map. So, back in the commercial district, we've got these two here in the residential district. So let's go and find the two in the residential district. Oh, that's into the lodge. We're not going into the lodge just at this moment in time.
Got a call someone's power kept going out. Know what it was? A heat leech as long as my leg. Yuck.
What we got here? We've... It appear to be some kind of medical facility.
No, I'm not feeling that
MedTech is a
bad.
bit of a giveaway. Reliant Medical.
I have that report that's due.
I talked to your boss. She agreed that you need to take care of yourself. I know this stuff.
So 70, 65. So in or under that tree. Oh, would appear to be under. So somewhere over that way. The map showed that it was in the residential district. Ship coming in. Mercury Tower. Let's pick up. Right, so that's on the map. Ooh, we have a chunks. Would appear to be the 24th century, 25th century, or whatever century it is, version of Macadee. Hang on. Is that it in the tree? Yeah, it was in the tree.
Huh. Your file here just says Scoundrel, followed by a lot of expletives. Look, whatever trouble you're bound to cause, do it somewhere else.
Oh, cheers, mate. Cheers, mate. Right, an eating place at the foot of a residential tower. What's the tower? It's the Pioneer Tower. It's lovely to be branded a troublemaker, isn't it?
What?
Commercial districts. marked on there. So, up that way.
Hey, are you looking for eggs too? I've only found one so far, but I want to find more before anyone else does. So if you see some, can you tell me?
The egg you found wasn't bleeping, was it?
Yeah, it was. Weird, right? Miss Seng over at UC Distribution bought the one I found, and she said she might buy more if I can find them. I could really use the credits.
That's...
Hi, miss.
Nope. No. So UC Distribution, at least we know where that is. See if she's got any ammo for this gun that we've currently got on our hip.
Okay, another shift.
Working at the distribution center can be tiring, but it sure is rewarding.
Bulk items may require multiple levels of approval and can take up to several weeks for an official response. We apologize for any delay. Welcome to UC Distribution. Something I can do for you?
Oh, you bought an egg from a kid recently. I need it.
Who, Jordan? That kid's in here every other day with some random thing he found. Trying to get credits. Yeah, I took pity on him. Why, what is it?
Sensitive scientific equipment, very important.
Oh, really? Well, you can have it back for what I paid for it, plus a little extra. Let's call it a convenience fee, shall we?
Can't you just give it to me?
I could, but I did pay for it. I'd like to recover my losses. And it's all the way in the back room. I'd have to walk back there, then back out here. You did say this was important after all. Honestly, it's probably worth way more than what we're talking about.
Fine, here you go.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Right.
I hope we have what you need.
Ammo. Don't think it was any of those. 7.5 mil. Well, no, she didn't have any 7.5s there at all. Ammo. No. 7.62. What weapons is she carrying? A heavy smart gun. That's interesting. Not really the quick talking scoundrels sort of cutlass. No, none of those quite do cut it as far as I'm concerned. What she got? Marine Corps pack and Recon pack. Not helmets, Recon and Marine. What resources? Is there anything that we've got flagged? We should have plenty of aluminium. What other things are flagged? Helium-3. I'm not sure how much helium-3 we've got, so let's just buy a small amount. That I know is somewhat necessary. Neon. We'll just sealant. Sealant's always useful, so I'm actually going to buy the lot. Titanium. I don't know how much titanium we've got, so I'm going to buy it all. Thank you!
Quiet Mirth 1 just followed.
Quiet Mirth, eh? That's an interesting name. Thank you very much for the follow. That is very kind of you. Are you a Starfield fan? Are you, or are you just browsing and you've happened across us? Right.
Back to it then.
But your follow is very much appreciated. It is absolutely free, as you know, and is one of the best things that you can do for a streamer. The next one is chatting. That's also free, but at the same point, don't feel you have to. Far from it.
They were going to give our son to a different family.
You're playing Starfield now, are you? Are you a long-time Starfield fan, or have you just come across it? I got to admit, I've only recently come into the, well, had the ability to run it. I'm a bit of a Bethesda fan. There he is. How far into the story are you?
I really do need that additional data. I appreciate your assistance, but I still need all of those sensors.
What exactly are you worried about?
Recent scans of the tree have suggested that a significant portion of the interior is liquefied. Obviously, some small percentage of its internal workings is always liquid, to allow for the transfer of nutrients and so forth, but this? Well, I've never seen anything like it. If it continues to increase, I'm concerned the entire tree may collapse, and I'm also worried about other secondary effects.
Secondary effects?
It's too soon to speculate. I'd very much like to see the additional data before I say more.
Should this area be blocked off just to be safe?
If the time comes, I will certainly attempt to alert the appropriate people en masse. If I have more data, though, my concerns might carry some more weight.
You'll get to the bottom of this.
I appreciate your confidence. The sooner I have all the available data, the sooner I can make an assessment.
Can you say data any more times? I've got all your sensors right here.
So you do. Wonderful. I'll just take these, and we'll see what they have to tell us. All right, we'll just upload the data. Give it a moment. And just another moment. It is working, isn't it?
Right, okay.
There it is.
You've completed the main quest, have you? Several times.
Now, let's see.
Well,
This is
the first story run through for me.
It's... Oh my.
Fairly short term in discovery of the... Ah, right, okay, that makes more sense. Right, he's walked off. He's...
Well, there's good news and bad news. The good news is that my suspicions were correct. There is something wrong with the tree. I will report my findings to Mast immediately with no small amount of satisfaction. The phrase, "I told you so," may even be uttered more than once.
That doesn't sound like good news.
Well, from a certain point of view. In an admittedly somewhat selfish manner. The bad news, as it were, is that the internal composition of the tree is changing. In this particular case, the tree is now regularly emitting ultra-low frequency sound waves. They're nearly imperceptible now, but they're growing in strength. This is something we've never observed before. Depending on how large these waves grow, consequences for the city could be disastrous. I must consult with my colleagues in Mast at once. Thank you for your assistance. I hope these credits are adequate compensation.
Check in on Kelton later. Okay, so let's have a quick look. What? I'm wanting to cross off some of these other talk Sam Cole, talk with Leia, Renee, Trevor. Ooh. Investigate the brownouts in the well. Have you done the arc there with Kenton or Kelton? Investigate the brownouts in the well. Okay.
The data from the biosensors speak through this episode.
Oh. Sounds like he's ready.
Let's hope that Mast takes these findings seriously. Thank you for your help retrieving the biosensors.
No, he's not ready.
You're listening to the Settled Systems News Network. Jumped in. SysDef plans were thrown out the window and a chaotic battle ensued. After all SysDef forces arrived, the outmatched Crimson Fleet managed to jump out moments before their defeat. This is yet another black eye in SysDef's never-ending struggle to contain the...
Right, back it down to the well. Yeah, you have completed the tree quest. Yeah, okay. Sounds an interesting little quest line. One of those nice little Bethesda ones. Right, let's talk to...
There are always about a million things to do, and I'm only one person. It's so... Hey! Oh, you're not Carl. Sorry, I shouldn't assume. Maybe you go by Carl. You're just not the Carl I was waiting for. We're supposed to be investigating a power drain down here. People have been reporting brownouts for a while, and Mast finally decided to follow up on it. I can't be in two places at once, and Carl isn't here, so I'm just trying to look inconspicuous.
Who's Carl?
Co-worker of mine on this assignment with me, clearly not taking it seriously. Not really surprising. Most folks are fine with ignoring what goes on down here.
What exactly are you investigating?
We're trying to isolate a power drain, which looks like it's the result of a large amount of power being rerouted through various subsystems. But it's kind of a two-person job. Someone needs to find the junction boxes associated with those subsystems and power them down. The other person needs to monitor the system remotely. It's pretty simple, really, and relatively safe. Only a small chance of electrocution.
A small chance of electrocution. I could assist you.
Well, since you're here and Carl isn't, and I really want to get this solved, I will take you up on that. What I need is very technical. I can talk you through it remotely. I'm gonna head to the monitoring station. The first box we're looking for is over near UC Surplus. You know, Antonio's place. I can contact you once you get there.
Okay. UC surplus. That was off this way, if I remember rightly. Let's actually try and pick up some of these places on the map.
I read an article about the all chunks diet. I think I'm gonna try it.
Nope. There's UC surplus.
Good for you.
So I'm looking for... I know what I haven't done. I haven't selected the tapping into the... locate the junction box. There it is.
Hey, can you hear me? I think this is working. I only have a general view of things, but you should be near the first junction box. Look for it mounted on the wall. When you find it, open it up and flip the big switch.
Let's just stop the jogging. Activate.
That's it. Great job. So that tripped the secondary breaker, and that goes to... Oh wow, really? They wired it like that? Jeez, okay. Okay, got it. Next one is way down past Jake's, and maybe up a story or two? It's a bit of a hike. Sorry.
Okay.
About that missing
Jake's.
I think it was pirates.
Hi. Been up there, huh? Me.
Is this Jake's? It was Jake's. For some reason or other, the music there... Oh, no, that's not the way then. That's a locked door. That music there reminded me somewhat of Top Gun's music.
When I grow up, I'm gonna be a Freestar Ranger.
Alright, you should be near the next junction box. This section isn't used very much these days, so maybe a little harder to see.
Okay.
That's the one. Next one's not too far. Dead end, right down from Jake's. Right under that apartment they've been trying to sell. Good luck with that, right?
Okay. So... That's it there, looks like it in the corner.
You should be near the next junction box. And if those squatters never cleared out, I would suggest avoiding eye contact. It should be fine. Another switch flipped, another lead to follow. And the lights in here just flickered too. The wiring is worse than I thought. I'm going to work on fixing that little issue while you find the next junction box. Looks like it's over near the Trade Authority. Okay, just find that and, maybe don't talk to anyone about it just yet.
Okay, up we go. So that door was open.
Mess with me and I'll serve you my famous knuckle sandwich. Scared, aren't ya?
Somewhere over here.
Okay, the final box I need you to deal with should be right around there. Unfortunately, I just realized you're in for a real tangle of cabling. Like 200 years of field attempts to rewire things. I tried to fix it 3 years back and was crying by the second day. Gave up on the third. Anyway, there should be a series of secondary breakers you need to deal with before you can access the junction box. I don't remember the order, but flip levers until all those circuits are powered down.
All powered down, okay. Is that it? Hey, the door opened! That was a lot easier than I expected.
Wow, you got it. Really well done. You saved me like a week of work. Why didn't you meet me at the monitoring station, near where we met?
So... that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be.
Signed up for a test pilot program just the other day. I'm not gonna end up like these
What do you
lifers
want?
from well
I'm
rats.
very busy, as you can tell.
Up there somewhere. There we go.
Did I say thank you? Because thank you. There's no way I could have done that in a reasonable amount of time all by myself.
Happy to help.
Well, not everyone would be, and I appreciate it. Thanks to your help, I was able to trace the power drain. I know where it's coming from. Unfortunately, the source is exactly where I was afraid it was. The Trade Authority. So, that's something that I'll need to deal with. That'll be fun. If you want to tag along, I certainly wouldn't complain, but if not, then this is where we part ways.
2,500. Okay.
So thanks to you, we've got evidence that the Trade Authority is behind the power drain being reported down here. I don't know if you ever dealt with the Trade Authority, but Zoe is intimidating. I have to go in there, but I really don't want to. You think you'd be willing to go with me? Just make sure this doesn't go badly?
What are you worried about?
I don't know. I feel like I'm the one who's going to wind up in trouble. Zoe's got a way of twisting things.
I've got your back.
Thanks. That means a lot. I can do the talking, I think. Just be ready for, well, anything.
I wish they wouldn't do it that NPCs walk just a touch faster than the player characters. Can't work out whether she's got a blue jumpsuit or a grey jumpsuit with the lights being what they are. I think it's blue, but
Fingers crossed. Turns out well.
You ever hear that one of about the orphan and the platypus. Funny stuff. Can't really...
A visit from Mast. How delightful. You'll have to remind me of your name, dear. I'm afraid I can't keep track of all you little worker drones.
I'm Luisa Reyes. Well, you know that, because I've been in here 3 times.
Yes, of course you are. And what was it you were accusing me of with absolutely no evidence?
The power drain is coming from your building, Zoe. You and I both know it, and now I can prove it.
I'm sorry, what?
We traced the drain, checked the grid,
Hi
and
there.
let us here. You can't talk your way out of this.
I'm going to ask you to wait here a moment. I'll be right back. If you're here to make unfounded allegations, it seems you'll have to get in line.
Okay, just be ready for anything. I don't know if she's going to come out of there with a gun or call in mercenaries or what. I don't want this to turn out violent if we can avoid it, okay?
Sure you're not overreacting?
Believe me, I really, really hope I am. But I'll tell you, people in my division tell stories about Zoe. She's got a lot of influence.
I won't fire the fair... yeah, I won't fire the fair shot, but I'll fire the last one.
That's dramatic, but reassuring, I guess.
Well, Miss Reyes, I apologize for not taking this matter more seriously. I assure you I will eagerly assist in getting to the bottom of this.
No, you're not weaseling out of this. We got to the bottom of it. You are the bottom.
I appreciate your enthusiasm for your work, but I do a little more research before casting aspersions. Someone has indeed been using this location through which to route electrical power. It is not the Trade Authority. I've had my suspicions for a while, and have been keeping detailed notes, which I'm happy to share with you. For now, though, what do we do next?
Wait, what?
Oh, for heaven's sake. I presume you've been assisting Miss Reyes in tracking down this little problem. Well, clearly there's more work to be done. Why don't you continue the work you've been doing with an assurance that the Trade Authority will compensate you for your time? I'll coordinate things here with Miss Reyes. With Mast's access to the grid, we'll find out who did this soon enough. And why. Presumably, you're the one who's been doing the field work, so... I believe you'll find there's another junction box out there in the well that needs your attention.
Ooh.
Okay, well, this is not how I saw this going. For the moment, let's assume this is all legitimate. I can sort out the details with Zoe. So why don't you go investigate the next junction box? The sooner you find the source of all this, the sooner it can be over.
Okay.
Hey, I thought you were out there, you know, solving this.
If the Trade Authority isn't responsible, then who is?
Honestly, I have no idea. I think that's actually even more concerning, and that's saying something.
You okay working with the Trade Authority?
Does it matter? Sure seems like this is happening one way or another. I don't trust her, but I'll keep an eye on her.
Okay, right. Let's find where we're supposed to get to. Oh, not that way. Somewhere over... Locked. Nope, there's nothing that way, so it's not this way. Unless there's a... Okay, right. Let's run up. around here. Locked, requires key. This would appear to be a dead end. Upper level. Locked, requires key. Hey up. Spacesuit workbench. That way. Oh, getting vacuum tape. Don't want vacuum tape.
I appreciate that you've listened to reason. The junction box should be just nearby. We'll have this solved in short order.
Apex Electrical. Okay. Apex Electrical. I'm gonna have to go and flip the other one, aren't I? Because that's a pain. I wasn't wanting to do what Zoe wanted, but I'm gonna have to.
I hope I'm as cool as Solomon.
Not
adequately done. Ms. Reyes and I have both noted that the next node in this trace is not on any of the current diagrams.
She means it's not in the well. It's somewhere on the surface, which technically means it's not my responsibility.
However,
we agreed that we all like to see this through. If you head topside, I'll pull up the diagrams with you.
Well, that wasn't quite what I had in mind. Slip of the finger, and that can be devastating in this game.
Ms. Reyes is still collecting the necessary diagrams and blueprints to accurately assess the situation. Before she returns, I'm going to make you an offer. Whatever you find at the end of this path, you bring it to me first. I'll be certain that Mast gets what it needs, but I trade in valuable information. I suspect you're going to find some. I guarantee you the Trade Authority will pay well. Consider that as you head towards the residential district. We can't pinpoint the source yet, but it's somewhere over there.
Residential district, okay. Oh, we have an ad break in progress. While we're waiting for the ads to finish, I'm just going to go into...
Nice day for a picnic.
It's night time. I'm going to go into Centurion Arsenal and try and pick up some more ammo. 7.5 to be precise.
There's something to be said for brand loyalty. I'd much rather have some... There's nothing. Nothing. Please, take a look.
Ammo. 7.5 white hot. That's the one. Buy all. And we've got some Ultra Mag as well. So we'll have those. While it is possible to have too much ammo, I don't think I'm anywhere near there yet. Right, ad break is just ending. Hollow towers.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
Don't look at
Oh,
me, I haven't got
the miners, armed with only their trusty mining lasers, the Argos crew fought off the Crimson Fleet and defended their a surprising turn of events, a victory for us all. Wow, that's the story that I told them about. Okay, the ads have finished. What we have done is we have travelled to the residential districts. We were told the next junction box was in the residential district, and while I've been waiting for the ads, I've gone and picked up some ammo from Centurion Arsenal.
You should be getting close. Looks like it's somewhere near Athena Tower. Zoe says there's a junction box on the building's exterior. I'm not sure why she knows that.
One never knows when information might be useful.
Okay, well, we're going to discuss that later. I'll check in once you flip the switch. Well, that's unexpected. Powering down that junction doesn't show any other connections.
Clearly, the source must be inside that residential tower.
Yeah, that would make sense. You know, I think I remember seeing a report about power problems on one of the upper floors. I bet it's related. See if you can get up there.
Right, up. And thankfully it's taken us just to the right floor. And there's, of course, just one apartment that the lift serves. Okay, so it's a locked apartment, but it's a novice, thankfully. Ooh, that's not the right then. R to undo. That's very, very interesting. Right, okay. So this, there is no way that one will fit, so it can't be that one. Ah, there we go. It took a little bit more doing than I thought it was going to. Right, what have we got in here? Exotic bottle, but it's seen as stealing. Neon gang culture. Right, so I can take some baking pans. Wonderful. Even the whiskey glass is seen as stealing. Okay, so let's just go straight to the computer system. Unauthorized computer. How do we know it's unauthorized? Program updates. Program status pause. Current slicing target ATM trans fee location New Atlantis. Slicing value 0.001 credits per transaction. Total value 305,326 and 1.30. That would appear that they've sliced a lot of transactions. Okay, download files. Right, deliver evidence to Louisa Ray, or deliver evidence to Zoe. Recent messages. Dodgson, my guys got creative with the rewiring. You should have all the juice you need to run the program non-stop. So stop messaging me and get to work. I expect my cut soon, and keep the damn door locked. Last thing we need is someone poking around. Even if Gal Bank notices the missing funds, they won't have a way of tracing it. They'll call it a malfunction and wipe the records like they always do. Money's all digital anyway. They can literally make as much as they want. Newman. Okay. It's obviously not the way. That's the way. Okay, back to the well.
Having a good one?
You know, I went to chef school. This ain't exactly where
Spaceports. Down to the well. Thank you, lurkers, for lurking. It is much appreciated. Hopefully the sound is better than it was yesterday. Well. Down to the well.
Stolen goods, but no one's doing anything about it.
people joke. Say those Varun zealots worship a snake. But let me tell you, it ain't a snake. It's some kind of celestial being. They call it the Great Serpent. Is it real? Hell if I know. But they think it is. And that makes them dangerous.
Right, so I don't like Zoe. I really don't like Zoe.
You didn't hear this from me, but those ecliptic mercenaries, the factions use them sometimes. Freestar Collective and UC both. It's why they give them a wide berth. Ask space. Those murdering assholes should be blasted into space dust.
Scum of the galaxy, robbing, stealing.
Right, Louisa.
Crimson Fleet don't trust them.
So you tracked it down. You've got something to show for it?
Yeah, here you go.
Great. I'll get this back to Mass for analysis. I'm not stupid. I know Zoe probably made you an offer. I appreciate that you didn't take it. And I'm really glad we got to work together on this.
Right, 2,500 for that. That's so 5,000 total. Let's go see if Kelton wants to talk to us again. No, wrong way.
I didn't fight him,
Back.
mind you. I just...
You're out there alive, right? In space.
There's still something that we haven't got on the map. Okay. Well, let's go talk to Kelton.
Dozens of Vanguard pilots were now.
These findings are alarming.
Alarming, eh?
Let's hope that MAST takes these findings seriously. Thank you for your help retrieving the biosensors.
No, doesn't sound as though he's ready for me to help him again just yet. So we will go over to SSNN and talk to them about the Galbank robbery in Aquila,
Tell me how many
Aquila
zeros
City.
I've
Yeah, I
been
think it was
banking
Aquila.
I'm sorry.
That's another thing on the map then.
To become part of the most advanced technology corporation in the settled systems.
It's been a while since we had a chance to catch up.
What?
Lucy, it's not like
If you have a news story for me, I'm very happy to pay your fee. My source is back. Here to report anything else?
I have information about the Galbank robbery on Aquila City.
You certainly get around. I'm surprised that branch has any customers left the number of times it's been held up. But I thought the Rangers had finally managed to get a handle on it. I heard there was a standoff. That true?
Yeah, it's my first time there too. Welcome to Aquila, don't mind the robbery. Now, I can't believe that bank's been hit more than once.
Even though the Rangers are based out of Aquila City, they are spread thin across the Freestar Collective. What happened to the robbers? The Shaw gang?
They were convinced the marshal... They were convinced to let the hostages go. They were arrested.
Huh. That's a nice change of pace. The Rangers got one right for once. These things are often messy. Any customers or Galbank staff get hurt?
Thankfully, there were no casualties. Not even any injuries I know of.
That's really good news. Usually, well, it's a different kind of story. You were there. You were involved in resolving it. Any comment on the Freestar Rangers? Having another high-profile robbery in their own backyard is a bit of a black eye.
Desperate people do desperate things. Rangers kept it from turning into a massacre.
Huh. That's really good to know. Stories like this always fire up public outrage and appetite. Thanks for the interview. And take this.
650, that's not a lot for that one, but no worries. And we can come back another time and pick up the job that she seems to be offering there. Let's try Kelton again, and then if Kelton isn't available for anything, then check in with Kelton later. Might just go and try and do one of the other tasks. I'm guessing, as it says check in with Kelton later, he's not ready.
I don't think this day could get any better.
Hello.
Right.
I missed our Bobby so much.
Actually, I get the feeling there's a side quest here to be had.
Finally back with our son. And that's all that matters. They were gonna give our son to a different family. And we made it back just in time.
Bobby mentioned he met you. He's had quite the adventure. He's quite something, our Bobby, isn't he? Bobby mentioned he met you.
Right.
He's had quite the adventure.
Hey, it's you again.
Are you holding up, little? I hope you're holding up okay, little guy.
I'm great, actually. These are my parents. I told everyone they just got on a different shuttle, but nobody would listen. We're just exploring New Atlantis. We have a new apartment. This place is amazing. Anyway, it was nice to see you again. Maybe I'll see you around. And don't forget my birthday. It's June 11th.
Got no idea what the date is, but that didn't sound like a job. Well, that's a good point. So, the people there saying that they might sign up with for security. That's possibly something I could just go and track down and do, because that's been something on the cards for a while. Talk to Sergeant Yumi.
I can't eat anything besides Red Harvest products.
Right.
Allied Armaments has been the premier supplier of private firearms.
data from the biosensors speaks for itself. Let's hope that Mast takes these findings seriously.
So he's not ready. Okay, so let's have a look at some of these other ones. Talk to Sam Coe. Let's show on map. Where's that one? Ah, I know what that is. Yep, that's back at... visit Yondan Mark. Hand Scouter to place an outpost beacon. Speak with Layla. Where's that? Sidonia. Okay, we don't want to be going to Sidonia just at the moment. Speak with Renee. Again, that would appear to be on Mars. And Trevor. Where's Trevor? He would appear to be on Mars as well. We'll go back to Mars at some point. Talk to Sergeant Yumi. Let's go and have a look at this one. Mars. So, to the spaceport, realistically.
So it is widely speculated that the trade authority is involved in a wide variety of smuggling and theft. It has been very difficult to prove. The latest investigation hinged upon the depositions of 3 key eyewitnesses. But all 3 have recanted their testimony, leaving the investigation in shambles.
Alright, Sergeant Yumi. Spaceport. I've got to admit, I'm intrigued why we have this speak to Sam Cole, but maybe we ought to do that one. Right. Ooh, that's now popped. Yeah. Speak with Kenton Fruce is now popped, so we'll go back and do that one, because if we can cross off the arcs better. Okay, Kelton.
Ah, well, isn't this a pleasant surprise? I hadn't expected to run into you again.
Oh. Last time I saw you, you were pretty agitated.
Yes, well, I had good reason to be distressed. You had already helped me establish that there is something unprecedented going on with this tree. Now my superiors have been made aware. There is growing concern. Oh my. A bit of an unintentional pun, isn't it? Well, concern that things are going to get worse. The data we gathered points to a definitive trend. The vibrations coming from this tree are increasing in strength and frequency. Because we've never seen this before, not on this scale, we have absolutely no idea what the upper limit is. We don't know when or even if this will stop.
Ooh.
It's imperceptible by normal human standards now, but given time. While I hesitate to speculate on the possibilities, well, none of them are good.
Really? You must have some kind of plan.
I am attempting to formulate one, yes. But until I have all of the relevant information, it is impossible to do so. There is data regarding other, younger members of the species. Unfortunately, there are some, shall we say, personal issues with acquiring it. Personnel issues, if you understand me.
Let me guess. Co-worker and jilted lover.
What? No, that is ridiculous. I am a professional.
Okay.
One of the other researchers in MAST, Emilio Hadek, has research I believe could be vital to my work here. He and I don't see eye to eye, and so far he's refused to turn it over to me. I'm hoping that if someone else were to ask, he might be more inclined to relinquish it. What do you say?
Oh, fat chance. Why won't Emilio turn the data over to you?
He's held a grudge against me for years. It's petty, really. I'm sure he thinks that doing this now will hold back my career. He wouldn't listen when I tried to explain this isn't about me. There are bigger concerns.
Oh, I get it. You want me to to squeeze him, make him square.
I suggested nothing of the sort. Although, now that I think about it, I confess, I wouldn't mind seeing that. Anyway, no. I just need his data. I am sure that can be acquired without force, or the threat of it. 90% sure. The last time I saw him, he was being assigned to sample collection out near the agricultural areas. I'm sure you'll find him there.
Okay. So over here. Agricultural areas. Okay. I know of an agricultural area a little bit further out, but yeah. Okay, let's...
Of all the assignments they could have given me. Could you stand a little to the left? I think you're blocking my readings.
What are you doing out here?
Oh, it's important research. I won't bore you with the technical details, but it's critical that I get this done.
I'm on mouse business too. Some research data on trees.
Trees? I see what's going on here. You're working with Kelton, aren't you? Nice try, but it's not happening. No. No way. Kelton is actively ruining my career. There's no chance that I'm helping him with anything. Whatever this thing is he's on about, he's just doing it to make himself look good with the higher-ups. I'm not helping him with that.
You should be the bigger man here.
Oh yeah? You think so? Wow. Thanks for that. I'll really give it some thought.
You really are.
He really won't let this go, will he? Maybe I can make this work in my favor. Okay, you know what? I'll hand over the data. But I'm only going to do so after you've helped me secure a better position in MAST.
What do you want me to do?
Oh, don't worry. You're just going to erase some files for me. Make sure I look good next time promotions get passed around.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Wait, really? Wow. Okay. Okay. I've gotten a few bad performance evaluations in the last couple of years. Totally unjustified, incredibly unfair. I found a backdoor into the mass network so I could make some changes to my personnel file. But it turns out the chief engineer knows what she's doing. The only way to get access is from the terminal in her apartment, which is kind of locked.
How about you just give me Kelton's data now and we skip the rest?
Sorry, that's not on the table.
Handing over that data is the right thing to do.
Advancing my career is the right thing to do, so that's what I'm focused on.
There has to be a way we can work this out.
There is, and I already explained exactly what it is.
Okay. This isn't the way to get ahead. This is gonna fail.
From where I'm standing, kinda seems like it is. Enough. The deal is the deal. You get Kelton's stupid data when I know that the files have been wiped from the chief engineer's terminal. Just get in, access her terminal, delete the files, and get out. Really simple.
What exactly is this data until now? What exactly do you do at Mast?
Between you and me, as little as possible. I'm just kidding, of course. I work really, really hard at my job. Studied in computational bioscience, did some time in agrogenetics. These days, I just help out wherever I can. Waiting for a good opportunity, maybe an opening in administration. You know how it goes.
So as little as possible, that's what he does. Okay. Breaking and entering again. Getting to be my speciality. Well, that's what a scoundrel, what sort of scoundrel I am is for, isn't it? In the Orion Tower.
Assignment shop closed.
Okay. No, there's more than one door on this level. I'm guessing that's the one I got to go into. So that's a lounge area. Okay, what have we got? That looks better than on the inside. That was a little easier, or easier to spot anyway. Right. Don't touch anything other than the computers. Because we don't want them to know that we've been here. Personal files. Emilio Bioscience Division. Kelton. Ooh. Okay. Recommendations. None. Disciplinary issues. 3 prior reported by Kelton. Mr. Haddock refused to carry out. Reprimanded for missing deadlines. Reported by Kelton first. Carrot refused to carry out, stating they were beneath him and he had plenty of idiots who can scrape bark. Mr. Howard was removed from his research team and placed on administrative leave. Ooh. Right. Here's a bit of a purge all files. No disciplinary, no recommendations found. Kelton recommendations, none. Disciplinary issues, one report for obsessive behaviour reported by Security Chief Sarkin. Attempted to ambush President Alabadeo, stating it was a matter of imminent danger and life will find a way. The vessel was warned not to enter the central command floor of Mars for a period of no less than 3 months. Okay. Oh, I suppose I should have checked the progress reports as well. Or progress. You had no progress reports outstanding. Okay. Let's just hope that the sanitation bot doesn't grasp me up. Yeah, what's the betting? They've got cameras.
Data's right here, when you're done with your part. You have some good news for me?
Don't like it, but I did it.
Oh, boo-hoo. We both get what we want. I took a peek on the network, saw that things have updated. Great job. You came through for me, so now I'll do the same for you. This slate has all the data Kelton needs. Hand it over to him, stuff it down his throat. It's all the same to me.
Right.
If we keep running into each other like this, you might as well be put on the masked feed roll. I hope you have the data. It's really quite crucial.
There may have been some illegal activity involved in my getting my hands on this.
Don't say another word. I don't want to know. I'm sorry if this was complicated. I'd prefer to remain unaware of the details in the event that it comes up later, particularly in a legal setting. And I suppose I'd better verify the data to make sure Emilio didn't double-cross me. But you have once again come through for me. I'm truly hoping that this is the last piece I need to figure out what we can do.
Just doing my part. I'll do anything. No, yeah, I'll do anything if the credits are good.
That is hardly reassuring. It is, in fact, the exact opposite. Still, though, thank you for your assistance.
Right, 2,500. Okay, check in with Kelton later.
Apply a person at reuse and industry, the fastest rising corporation in all the settled systems.
Yeah, shall we go and do... Yeah, we will go and do... the UC security. Talk to Sergeant Yumi. I've got no idea what's involved, but...
I'm so excited to see Tony after work.
Spaceport. Thank you very much for your lurks. Thank you for your chats. Thank you for your follows. They are all greatly appreciated. Right, UC security. Sergeant Yumi. Over here. Enhance. We were in here last time, weren't we? Right. Slow down. Right. Sergeant Yumi. Sergeant Yumi.
Well, hello. You hear about the job by any chance? The officer over there can help you with any bounty issues.
Job, tell me about it.
Part-time security officer. The position's very flexible. You can basically work whenever you're available. No pressure. We've had some gaps in the schedule lately. Macy's out on maternity leave, Jose's on loan to Sidonia. When it rains, it pours type of situation. So really, we just need someone to fill the void. Interested?
Yeah, okay. Just tell me what I need to do.
Well, first things first, I have to ask, do you have any security experience at all?
I had a run-in with the Crimson Fleet. I don't know if that counts.
It sure counts for something. I mean, you're alive. And resilience is definitely an important trait for any officer. Well, I think I've heard all I need. Your first assignment couldn't be easier. Go to Mast and check in with Agent Plato at Aegis. There was a package left at a dead drop, and they need UC security to handle it. He'll fill you in on the details.
Right. You mentioned Aegis. Who are they?
Aegis? They're basically UC intelligence. They help identify threats to New Atlantis before they become problems. While we're separate departments, there are times we need to rely on each other, so it's important to keep a good working relationship. We do Agent Plato this favor, and maybe he'll toss us some intel when an investigation stalled. Tit for tat. You know how it works.
Okay, why am I bringing package here, not Aegis?
Well, just because you're bringing it here doesn't mean that's where it'll end up. As for why, you can ask Aegis. As far as I'm concerned, it's none of my business.
Okay.
Let me know if you have any questions.
I forget exactly what MAS stands for, but it's the tall building, something like military administration, scientific and technical, something like that. Right. I was hoping I'd get a nice security uniform. But it doesn't look as though that's happening this time. Mass District. That looks like Keeping the peace. Talk to Agent Plato. A lovely name, that. Couple of us thought it would be. Defense Research, Health, Safety, Health and Human Services, and Aegis. Right, let's stop the running. Defense Research, eh? Authorized personnel, Aegis Intelligence Network.
The security of the United Colonies is every citizen's responsibility, but we try and do the bulk of the work. The fewer people there are thinking about Aegis on a daily basis, the easier my job is.
Your nameplate is Plato?
No. My parents would never have been so presumptuous. Every agent who joins Aegis gets to choose a pseudonym, pending approval, of course. I chose this for myself when I signed on. I have, of course, since learned that I am not nearly as smart as I thought I was as a younger man. I suppose none of us are.
I was asked by UC Sports Aegis. Okay, let's actually
We're the intelligence arm of the United Colonies. Think of it this way. UC Security responds to threats. It's Aegis's job to anticipate and prevent them.
Okay, what's it you do here?
I'm the acting head of Aegis, the intelligence division here in Mast.
Oh, he's the head?
I oversee all our active
Acting
projects
head.
and agents in the field, and I'm afraid that's about as much detail as I can give you.
Okay, what can you tell me about Aegis?
All you really need to know is that we're here to serve, and we're the good guys. Our main priority is the safety and security of the citizens and assets of the United Colonies, wherever they may be. We keep an eye on, well, everything.
Okay, thank you for your service, agents.
No need to thank me. It's an honor to be of service.
Right, I was asked by UC Security to pick something up.
Ah, right. You're Sergeant Yumi's recruit. You're taller than I expected.
I'm not so sure how you would know that.
Statistical average, psychological tendencies, a sergeant's need to tower over his subordinates. But really, it was just a joke. I meant nothing by it. In any case, let me fill you in. We have a dead drop that we think has been compromised. So I'd like someone from UC Security to handle the pickup instead. Take the package back to Sergeant Yumi, and he'll check it in as evidence before it gets routed back to Aegis.
What do you mean the location's been compromised? Yeah.
We think non-UC affiliated groups have their eye on it, and are using it to identify field agents. Normally, we just burn the location, but we didn't get this intel until after the drop. So we're going to need non-Aegis personnel to do the pickup to cover our tracks.
Why meet with me personally?
Well, I told the sergeant that anyone hired for this job should get my stamp of approval first. Nothing personal. It's just this sort of work isn't part of your normal detail.
Okay, got it. Just tell me where to pick it up.
Take the NAT to the spaceport. There should be a Galbank ATM right next to the station. The package is taped under one of the benches. Grab it and deliver it to Sergeant Yumi and the job's done.
Okay, what's in the package? That's cheeky, but I'm gonna go with it.
You really should know better than to ask for classified intel. What is this, your first day on the job? Don't worry, I'm just giving you a hard time. I still can't tell you what's in the package, though.
Okay.
Good luck with the mission.
not exactly stunning. Let's go down to the station as opposed to where it's directing me to the lobby. There's slightly lighter gravities.
One day, I'm gonna leave New Atlantis for good.
Yeah. Back to the running. New Atlantis officers needed.
How's the investigation going? Still have questions? Go ahead and ask.
I've got your package.
Nicely done. It's really hard to find good help these days. That being said, my luck seems to be turning around. We've gotten a lot of new personnel as of late, not just you. Who knew all I had to do was put up a sign?
It's a good way to find people with initiative.
Oh yeah, once I had a recruit who was basically bred to be UC security. I mean, his favorite book was our training manual. He knew every rule, every procedure, and on top of that was a pinpoint marksman. But he lacked exactly what you are talking about. Initiative. He ended up transferring to a desk job after a year. Anyway, here's your payment. And if I have any more work for you, I'll let you know.
Okay. Right. Did Kelton pop again? Kelton didn't. So let's talk with Sam then. So I've got no idea what this one's about. What's the betting? Kelton pops just as I go and speak to But we have ad break running. Right. Where's Sam? Sam's possibly asleep. Yeah, looks like Sam might be asleep. What is the local time? 4 o'clock in the morning. Okay, local time. So chances are Sam is asleep. Yeah, we'll come back there another time. Once. Right. Still need to. Know what we can do. We'll have a quick snooze as it's what the as where we want to go is sleep. We've got ad break running in at the moment. Right. We will sleep for 4 hours. Thankfully, it passes very quickly when you're asleep. Oh, speak with Kelton. Let's go speak to Kelton then.
You need something?
We'll come back to Sam. We'll go speak to Kelton. If I could finish off that arc this session, that would be very useful. If the ads are still running. By sleeping, we actually now have topped up our health. Right. Let's see what he wants.
Oh, I was hoping we might run into one another again. Your timing is most fortuitous. I'm on the verge of something, but I don't quite have all the information I need.
I'm always eager to help, Kelvin. If you're still paying, I'm still listening.
Well, actually, Mast would be paying, but I see your point and assure you that you will be compensated for your time. Of course, now that I understand more about what's going on, it seems plain as day, and yet I never would have imagined it before. The tertiary trunks have also liquefied their interiors, but they're not vibrating. I thought perhaps it was some sort of defect, but it's much simpler. They're listening.
How do you know that's what's going on here?
I don't. Not for sure. It's all a theory, certainly, but it is completely supported by the data and observation, like all good science. It's the best we have to go on right now.
I don't understand what that means.
It means it is ready to reproduce. I believe this tree is sending vibrations out over massive distances and expecting to detect sympathetic vibrations in return. As of yet, there's been no response. I suspect that will not change, that a response is impossible, and that's very, very bad news.
Define bad news?
We're continuing to see an increase in the strength and frequency of the vibrations. I don't know how much more significant it'll become. If there's no response, the tree may vibrate itself and some nearby portion of the city to destruction. Now, as of yet, there has been no response, and clearly none of the nearby individuals are a correct match. While it can't be ruled out that the intended recipient of these messages was cut down during the city's expansion, there is one other possibility. Over 100 years ago, the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective emerged from the Narian War. As a gesture of peace and goodwill, a near-literal olive branch, one of the trees from New Atlantis, was offered to the leaders of Aquila City.
That seems like a nice gesture.
Nice. Short-sighted and ill-advised, in my opinion. Of course, you can't just uproot a native species and plunk it down on some other planet in a totally different environment and expect it to grow. Clearly, no exobotanists were consulted ahead of time. The end result was wholly predictable. The tree died within a few short years.
So it's a dead end? Pardon the pun?
Clever, but no, not necessarily. The tree died, yes, but branches were kept. At least one still exists in the museum there in the city. If I had that branch, I could get DNA samples, and then using various data I've gathered, I could attempt to simulate a response. We could then broadcast that response and hopefully calm down our friend here. But as I say, I need that branch.
So why don't you go to Aquila City and get some of the DNA? And we've finally arrived at the point.
I'm afraid I can't be two places at once, and I have too much going on here. The museum in Aquila City is under the supervision of one Miss Kassler, I'm told. I don't know anything about her, but hopefully she'll be willing to listen to reason and assist our cause. All right, off you go. We don't have any time to waste.
Right, okay. Do I have any Hippolta? No. Do I have... I do have some Pinot Noir. 12% persuasion chance for 5 minutes, so... Before we arrive at the museum, I need to take some wine. I like excuses to have wine. Makes me talk better. Ooh, what clothing do I have that's going... Is there anything suitable? Space trucker, jacketed leatherwear. Okay. It's tempting, but I think I'll give it a miss. At least it's not a... I don't think it's a UC suit I'm wearing, and if not, I'll just switch. If it is, I'll just switch to a leatherwear. Right, at the spaceport.
By the way, Sergeant Yumi was looking for you. Apparently, he's got some work. You will be scanned as you enter the city.
Thank
Please
you.
keep moving.
I will go and find...
has certain standards, but we need to think outside of the box.
Sure, I've got a minute.
So,
I'm listening.
let's lift.
Lifting off. Hell of a view from here.
Right. Now, we were at Aquila City. Last time. So, we'll jump to Aquila. Actually, before I do, just thought. Just thinking, skill points here. Is it worth picking up the astrodynamics now and improve that, which also then helps us unlock some of these other items? I think at the moment that's still not her bent, and there isn't a direct need at this moment in time, so we'll save that. Because the requirement to improve astrogation is doing jumps. Alright, Aquila. And let's jump. In we go.
Restart space. Please hold your current speed and heading while we scan you for contraband. Alright, you're good. Welcome to Aquila City.
Okay, let's looks like it's night again in Aquila. The wonder is not that the field of stars is so vast, but that man has measured it. Well, Anatole France, the Garden of Epicurus. Not only is it dark, it's raining. Wonderful. Must remember to drink the Pinot Noir, because I'm fairly confident it's going to be a talking job. It's not going to be a shooting job.
Ships coming and going all the time.
Up here, perhaps?
Okay, let's all just take a breath here. We all want to protect people from the Ash Tower. We're on the same side here.
The hell with that. This ain't the way things are done. And that's the end of it.
With due respect, I have repeatedly explained that I do not need permission. I came to you in the spirit of cooperation, but if this is the reaction...
Heritage Museum. Okay, well, let's have that wine. Minus 15% O2 recovery for 5 minutes, plus 12 persuasion. So I'm not going to be able to run quite as well for that big deal. Right, that was 300 credits gone in one gulp. There really is a weird sense of the economy in this game.
Hi! Please feel free to have a look around. It's the reason I started this place.
Okay, let's have a look around then. Okay, had a little look. Ooh, that's a nice fire ram. What are those tusks from, I wonder? Right, let's have a word with...
Everything you see here is a piece of Aquila City's history. I have artifacts that date all the way back to the time of Solomon Coe himself.
How's the museum going?
Very well. People are proud of their history here, so we get more visitors than I was expecting. So it gets pretty busy here, especially with school field trips.
I'd like to learn about Aquila City's history.
Aquila City was founded over 150 years ago by Solomon Coe, a scientist and explorer from Earth. Along with other settlers, Coe built the structures you see in the part of the city we call the core. Those proud buildings still stand today. The planet was dangerous, so they built a wall around their settlement. Eventually, they ran out of space and started building outside the wall.
Tell me what happened after that.
There were so many buildings that they had to build another, larger wall, forming a second outer ring around the growing city. Of course, the city didn't stop growing, and before long, the third wall, the outer wall you see today, was constructed. Today, Aquila City is the proud capital of the Free Star Collective, and the Council of Governors continues to meet here when they need to.
Tell me about Salmon Co.
Most people know Solomon Coe as the founder of Aquila City and the father of the Freestar Collective. He was an astrophysicist who lived on Earth in a place called Wyoming. Solomon was born around the time people first started living in space. Later in life, he designed starships, and when Earth was in peril, those ships helped to save humanity by taking them to new homes in the stars.
Find stories of the early pioneers fascinating.
The bravery and heroism it took to save humanity. Whew, goosebumps. During the Great Exodus, Solomon came to this world. He named our star Cheyenne, which was also a place on Earth, and gave Aquila its name too. He and some others built the settlement that would go on to become Aquila City, and his descendants still live here today.
I travel a lot. I can keep my eyes open for things for your museum.
There are some things I would kill to have. I mean, wait, not literally. But I would pay a lot for. You see, the Coe family lost a treasure trove of old historic documents ages ago. And those documents would be priceless to have here.
What sort of documents are you looking for?
Well, all of them were owned by our city's founder, Solomon Coe. He's more than that, really. He's one of the greatest heroes of the settled systems. These documents would be, like I said, priceless to the museum and to our guests.
I can see why you want them in your museum.
Their absence pains me. Jacob Coe and I have talked at length, and his great-grandfather was a troubled man. He sold off various historic documents to cover debts. They could be anywhere. If you find any of that trove of documents, I will pay dearly for it.
I'll keep my eyes open for them.
Thank you. Think of the future generations that could benefit from seeing such important history.
I'd like to talk to you about a tree branch.
That is not something I expected to hear today. I assume you're somehow associated with the United Colonies? I've received some odd messages of late.
I'm more of a private contractor working freelance. What sort of messages have you received?
Several that bordered on being incomprehensible. Honestly, I thought it was some kind of strange prank until now. A bunch of gibberish about dire consequences and frequency modulation and genetic reconstruction. It all came across as rather unhinged. Well, I'm afraid you've wasted your time because I'm not authorized, nor particularly inclined, to release any of our pieces. That includes 100-year-old tree branches. Sorry, but it's staying in storage.
Okay, let's try.
Welcome to the Coe Heritage Museum. I offer a brief tour, and I'm happy to discuss the city's history as well.
Alright, I really need that tree branch.
I hear what you're saying, but I'm afraid it's out of the question.
Right. It's only 4. Look. Let's go for it.
Now you're just trying to confuse me. It's a dead branch, and it belongs to the museum.
Can be very annoying when I need to be. If you don't give me that branch, I won't stop asking for it.
Handing over that branch is starting to look pretty good.
I'll bring it back when I'm done. I'll make sure no damage is done to it.
I guess it couldn't hurt.
I'm sure we can work something out.
Yeah, I hope so. I can't believe I'm doing this. Please return it in one piece.
Right. Oh, we had another ad break. No, we didn't. It's the same ad break as I saw previously. It's a bit of a dive, this place, isn't it, really? There's the frontier. While I'm here, there's something I wanted just to check. That the gun, that's the Roland arms, yep. Do I still have the...
I don't do payment plans or lines of credit, and I don't sell to shady individuals. If you can handle that, your money's welcome here.
Let's just check, see if the wine is still... No, the wine is not having any effect at the moment, which is fine. I didn't see the one saying it won off.
Ashta, those bandits from the Shah gang. This can be a dangerous place. Best to carry a reliable piece.
I'll take a look at what you've got.
You seem all right. Here's my selection.
Right. Calibrated Kraken. Silenced. Calibrated Grendel. Calibrated Kraken. Elegance. Ooh. That's nice. 16,000. Not sure it's that nice. Mag shot. Old Earth shotgun. Reforged rescue act. The Zapper. So it's okay. What I was hoping to find would be some kind of weapon that was not lethal. A non-lethal weapon, yep, that's the way to put it. I don't think we've got high enough level yet, perhaps. But it was worth a check. That it was a very nice silenced firearm that she was offering at 16,000, but that's a lot more than I wanted to pay at the moment. Right, let's get this back to...
You heard of the Elios retreat? Supposed to be some new age healing center for reforming criminals or whatever. Going up in Ixel 2. I'm not holding my breath.
Okay, go to Elios.
Chance, take years off your life, I'm telling you.
Sorry, spaceport's always a no.
Okay, let's lift.
Time to leave place behind. Orbital insertion completed.
Okay. Map. Alpha Centauri. Jemison. Jumping. You can see why I wondered whether it was worth doing, looking at the astrogation. This would be at least 2 jumps, possibly 4.
Ramp jump complete.
current course while we scan your ship's cargo. And complete. Enjoy your stay in New Atlantis.
Okay, let's get the landing set up. So this is probably going to top us fairly close to him rather than the shot from to do with yesterday's escapades. Yeah, level 9, so I'm not as high as I thought I might be. A higher scanning skill lets you see location of rare resources when scanning a planet from orbit. I don't have anything like that at the moment at all. Right, let's go talk to Kelton.
I hope Aquila City has what we need. Have you paid a visit to Miss Castler in Aquila City?
She wants it back when you're done with it.
Yes, of course. I'll see that it is returned to her in one piece. Well, perhaps minus a few shavings. Now, I just need a moment to analyze this and synthesize an audio response to our friend here. Alright, so we'll feed in a sample. Now the program will incorporate the genetic and chemical makeup of the sample, extrapolating the size and structure of the original tree. This was put together rather hastily, so complete accuracy is impossible. But I'm hoping it's enough. And there it is. Our best hope for a positive solution to this mess.
Okay.
So, we now have a simulated response to our tree. All that's left is to play it.
I don't have much of a singing voice, but I can try.
I'm quite certain you couldn't achieve the necessary register. Far too low for human vocal cords. I've been forced to listen to this SSNN kiosk chatter incessantly this entire time. I think it could be put to better use. We don't have time to go through the proper channels, but if you can find a terminal and get this uploaded into their system, it might do the trick.
Okay. That seems illegal to me.
Perhaps, but desperate times, and all that. Certainly, if you have some other option, by all means, take advantage of it. But if not, well, this is our only option at the moment.
I'll take care of it. Yeah, okay,
I have no doubt that you will.
Right. SSM. Well, we can probably pick up another job while we're over there.
Hi, how you doing?
Oh good, the kid's gone. There's a bit of a pain hanging around there. Oh, that kid's still here.
Go for a cup of coffee right about now.
We're close to the action here in Atlantis. Prime position report.
Broadcast diagnostics. Upload. Okay, so I've uploaded it. Run diagnostics. Return to the tree. I think that was, yeah, it's 6 of one, half a dozen of another, isn't it? The distances there. Whoa, I've done it again. That's not really how to avoid attracting attention to oneself. Before we go any further, actually, oh, we're not carrying a, right, fine. I do need to do it this way. I need to pick up a combat knife at some point.
We've done it! I'm already seeing reductions in the strength of the vibrations. The tree is calming down. I can hardly believe that worked.
I thought you were sure that it was going to work.
I did my best, but it's not magic. There are no guarantees.
What happens now?
I don't know. We've been in uncharted territory this whole time. That doesn't stop now. With the immediate crisis hopefully over, I can slow down and review everything we've learned. And certainly, I'll be keeping a much closer eye on our friend going forward. And you have saved this tree and advanced our scientific knowledge of our environment. Noble work across the board. You have my gratitude and that of every citizen in New Atlantis. Though they don't know it.
4,300 credits, okay. Sergeant Yumi had some work for us. Well, no, let's go talk to Sam. Talking to Sam seems like a sensible thing to do. Is he? Ah, he's in the bar.
I've occasionally had my doubts about Constellation as an investment.
I'm up for a
Now,
little adventure.
well, it's clearly money well spent.
Right, Sam.
So how much of a thrill has it been traveling with the one and only last descendant of the great Solomon Coe? Is it everything you imagined?
Oh, what's last Cole? What about Cora and your father?
Ain't you ever heard of sarcasm, friend? Okay, so how's it traveling with one of the great Coes? That better?
It doesn't matter to me, you're a Cole.
You're something else. I gotta say, it's a relief being with you. So many people hear Coe and they expect me to pull some miracle out of a hat. Time has a way of just building on itself. Solomon was a good man. Great one, even. But if he ever heard all the bullshit being talked about him these days, he'd flat out deck him.
Sounds like you aren't happy being related to Solomon.
I am. And I'm not. Yeah, there was a time, well before Cora, where it really weighed on me. Felt like every little thing I did or didn't do was a reflection on our great legacy. It's enough to drive you crazy. Now I just hope I can help Cora to... I don't know.
Cora's great, you're doing a good job.
Your kind words are appreciated. For my father, Cora, and me, everything starts and ends with Solomon Coe. He looked out at the stars, and he dreamed a way to get there. Imagine being the first person to jump into a new system, set foot on a new world. Well, I get it. That's powerful stuff. And now... I'm just getting sappy. You're a bad influence, you know that?
I'm the worst. Tempted to go with the flirt, but
I believe that might be the most honest thing you've ever said. Well, I hope the comic book they make about our adventures is better than that rag on Solomon. The stuff they publish is just downright embarrassing.
right, okay. That wasn't quite what I was expecting, but hey, we'll take it. And now we go to see the sergeant. The good sergeant had some work for us. Using the CO2 up and hit the wall. Right. Spaceport. UC security. Right, what's the sergeant got for us?
Ah, if it isn't my favorite part-time security officer. Crime has slowed down since you started helping out, which is good for morale.
How are the day-to-day operations going?
It's a lot of work, as always. People like to say, New Atlantis is the safest city in the settled systems. How hard could your job be? Well, safety doesn't happen by accident. It takes a lot of work and a lot of people.
Right. So it doesn't look as though... Okay, let's go with it. I'm looking for...
Something just came in. Scuffle over at the Dawn's Roost. Security on site handled it, but now one of them is saying the other guy stole his wedding ring. Problem is, he left without identifying the perp, so I need you to talk to Royce Elgin at the Dawn's Roost. See if you can fill in the gaps.
Why did he leave without identifying the assailant?
Men like him aren't very generous with their time. They want you to solve a case without ever having to lift a finger themselves. Not that he'd be much of a witness, given that he was still half drunk when he got here, and somehow even more so when he left. Sorry, wrong word. Rich people don't get drunk, they get inebriated. Which is another way of saying highly unreliable.
I can do that for you.
Good. Report back here when the matter's resolved.
Okay. Anything else I should know about the case?
According to the patron, the ring is valuable, but if I had to guess, not for sentimental reasons. Normally, when someone loses a valuable keepsake, they're heartbroken. The way this guy was acting, it's almost as if he lost a wallet full of creds.
Okay, we know about Dawn's Roost, but...
A restaurant over in the residential district. Caters to a very fancy clientele. It's the kind of place where forks come in different sizes, depending on the food.
I like that. Forks come in different sizes, depending on the food. Okay, right. Let's quickly change out of this into something a little more upmarket then. Jacketed... yeah. Alright. Dawn's Roost. Residential district. It's this way, isn't it?
Been up there, huh? Space.
Sounds like they might be sending security down to clean up the well. It's about time if you ask
What's the betting? The ring is lost here.
I do hope you are enjoying your time in New Atlantis. There is simply no parallel to the food you will find here. One taste, and I'm sure you'll agree.
I'm here about a fight that happened at your restaurant.
A most unfortunate incident, complicated by the fact that both parties were inebriated. While I wasn't privy to the entire argument, Hugo and Octavio have been dining here together for quite some time. So, it was surprising to see them at each other's throats.
These two men dined together?
Oh, yes, quite often. They had a usual table over in the far corner, with all the traditional accoutrements. Music, candles, wine. You see where I'm going with this. But this time the two had barely sat down before the argument got heated. Thankfully, security stepped in before anyone got hurt.
Can you describe the patrons?
Well, the one who stayed with UC Security, Octavio, is a shorter man, handsome and refined. His favorite menu item is the Saint, I believe. The other, Hugo Fournier, is a tall, slender gentleman with a French accent. Excellent tipper, well-mannered, but a bit hot-tempered.
Do you know anything about a stolen wedding ring?
I wasn't witness to any theft, and both men were wearing rings, if I recall correctly.
Need to find one of the patrons involved. Apparently he stole something.
I assume that would be the slender gentleman, Hugo Fournier. He was the one who excused himself after UC Security arrived. I believe he lives in Athena Tower, although he may be checking out soon. But I would start there.
Okay, thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. Right. Athena Tower. Wasn't this the one where I... No, it wasn't. Or was it? Yeah, it's where I think I wound up breaking into a bank theft. Right.
Okay, hello. Oh, I can't believe that Octavio. That liar, that manipulator, that...
Go on, finish your rant.
lying, cheating, foul piece of Dawn Glider dropping. If I had my way, I'd tie him to the back of a ship and jump it right into the nearest star. 5 years we were together, half a decade! And he threw it all away for that waiter.
You two were dating?
Not just dating, betrothed. And I have the engagement ring to prove it.
What happened at the Dawn's Roost?
It was supposed to be a romantic dinner, our last, before we pledged our lives to each other. But an hour before, I decided to do some cleaning to calm my nerves. I picked up a pair of pants he left on the floor, and out falls a napkin from the Dawn's Roost with a number written on the back. To think he had the audacity to schedule a date with me at the same restaurant? I was livid! Still, I went to the date and held it together just long enough for the waiter to serve us, then I went off!
Is there any chance you can patch things up?
No. There are some things in life that cannot be repaired. Cheating is his way of saying, I don't love you. And without love, what's the point?
Your ex claims you stole that ring.
He would say that, but as far as I'm concerned, it's my property. He gifted it to me when he proposed. It's not his to return.
Ooh. Tempted to go with the persuade. Right, let's go with the persuade.
I don't care. I'm not giving it to you.
Defying the UC security isn't very smart.
So you would rob me too. You're not giving me a choice, are you?
Look, stop being stubborn and just give me the ring. No, let's go with it. Actually, let's go with your gift. Gift is conditional. So yours, only yours if you actually got married.
I think my lawyer would disagree. Either way, if Octavio wants to take me to court, then so be it.
Okay. Stop being stubborn and just give. Now, it's evidence in a crime. I need to confiscate it.
A crime? You can't be serious. If anyone is a criminal, it's that two-timing Lothario. I don't care if you're with UC Security. I have rights. And as far as the ring goes, I don't know what the law says, but I doubt you do either. As soon as my assistant finishes packing my things, I'm taking the first tram to the spaceport. Good day. I'm furious. I've never felt so betrayed. He would say that, but as far as I'm concerned, it's my property. He gifted it to me when he proposed. It's not his to return.
Okay, let's... Is it going to give me an opportunity to try another persuade?
We're not having this argument again, but maybe you can convince me later, after I've cooled down.
Okay.
I took a pair of scissors and cut through every single one of his tailored suits. He would say that, but as far as I'm concerned, it's my property. He gifted it to me when he proposed. It's not his to return.
Right.
I'm glad you could see reason. This ring is going to fund a very long vacation across the settled systems. Maybe I'll even take pictures.
Okay. I'm not sure I handled that the best. But I got a feeling that the thing was... the persuade was stacked against me. A lover's tiff. No worries. Spaceport. Don't know whether that one goes a different way. It's not really a crime. I was tempted to go that way straight off, but it really is a civil case, not anything else.
Officer? What can I do for you?
Finish my investigation of the fight at Dawn's Roost.
Ah, perfect. Did you manage to get the ring back?
The ring wasn't stolen, it was gifted.
Really? I should have known this was a waste of time the moment I laid eyes on that drunk. That's on me. Without saying names, there are some people in this city who treat us like their personal security service. But you know how it goes. Sometimes we protect, other times we serve. Either way, I'm still going to pay you for your time. Here, take this. It's well deserved.
Right. I don't know whether, like I said, I don't know whether there is a different way. Activities updated, was that just the... Let's get that one crossed off. Oh, we have ad break running. Sorry about that, I didn't see that.
Yeah?
You're handling this whole captain thing really well.
Right, so there's the cargo hold. I actually have a security uniform. Hang on a minute there. I've just saw positron. I thought I needed one of those for a job. Coffee, there it is. Positron. And that should have doing it that way as opposed to the other way. Actually, apparel, blue lab suit. Let's put the blue lab suit on for a moment. We'll use our research. Weaponry, ammunition. No, it wasn't that one. I thought it was that one. Performance enhancement, metabolic agents. Okay, I was mistaken. My mistake. Weapons. Ash to Tamer can go back. Boosted calibrated Rattler. White hot rounds. Is this? That's the large magazine. I don't need two of those. Apparel. I won't be wearing. Nope. Put my teal jumpsuit back on. No, wear the jacketed leather wear. This is the Scoundrel after all. Want to have a little bit of class. Learned astronomer. Okay.
Good day, Captain.
Seem to have half a constellation on my ship's crew at the moment. Okay. Just seen what the time is. We'll save this over. No, we won't. We'll put it on a new one. So, another session, another one completed. We've done a fair bit of bits and pieces for within Starfield, and it's been great. We've done a lot of actual activity. All the side quests, not all the side quests, but many side quests we've undertaken, and yeah. That's what we were about doing today, was the side questing, being sidetracked in Starfield, and that's what we've done. I'm going to be back with more Starfield next week, going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, hopefully next week. But tomorrow, switch to Horizon Zero Dawn. We're getting towards the end of that story, so we're not doing too many side quests in that one. So let's go for Horizon Zero Dawn tomorrow and on Friday. And who knows whether that will be on next week or not, because we are getting towards the end of it. YouTube, thank you very well. First off, those watching on YouTube, if you'd like to like the video and if you possibly can subscribe, it's free. It really helps the channel. Twitch, if you hang around, and we'll go on a raid hopefully. But if you could follow, that would be fantastic. And say, if you can join me in the raid, again, that really helps. But YouTube, thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much indeed. It's been great having you, and I'm going to wish you a good night. Good night.